Let's get real. Chasing your dreams doesn't work. Most humans are chasing their desires like it's an Olympic sport. But here's the twist: the more you chase, the further it runs. So today, I'm going to show you how to flip that energy, stop chasing, and actually align with receiving. We are going to cover 4 powerful shifts that can make it feel like your desires are finally flowing straight to you. You know that feeling when you've been working on a goal for months, maybe years, and then no matter what you do, it's like it stays just out of reach? It's exhausting, and in that exhaustion, most people either double down on doing more or just plain give up. Your vision boards get more crowded or you burn them. The affirmations get louder or you stop doing them altogether. The hustle just gets harder. Up next, why does running after something actually push it further away? If you don't know who I am, I'm Liz, your cosmic rookie way shower, half human, half avatar, and I'm here to help you decode the spiritual what the F's so you can actually align, receive, and live the life your soul signed up for. So, why is running after something such a negative frequency? When you're chasing, you're broadcasting one very clear message into the quantum field: it's not here yet. And the universe? It responds to your frequency, not your wish list. So, how do you align with receiving instead? Before we get into today's episode, I've got something for you. There's a free personalized moon reading that might just explain why certain things in your life feel, well, the way they do. When I did mine, it gave me clarity I didn't even know I needed, plus a few surprises about what's coming next. The link is waiting for you in the show notes. Okay, so how do you align with receiving instead of chasing? It starts with something most people skip: awareness. Awareness is your tuning fork. It tells you exactly what frequency you're playing in: lack, fear, urgency, or trust, peace, and abundance. If you don't know what frequency you're broadcasting, you can't align with anything different. Point 1. The power of awareness. Awareness means you're observing your thoughts, your words, and your actions in real time, not judging them, and not trying to force them into some fake, good vibes only performance. Just noticing they're there. Because here's the thing: if you're saying, I trust the universe, but you're stressed out over a relationship or your job, you overthink things, and you're scrolling Instagram comparing your life to everyone else's highlight reel, you're not in receiving mode. So, what do you do to change that? Silent meditation is one of the fastest ways to strengthen this muscle. It's like weight training for your awareness. You sit, you breathe, you notice the mind wandering, and you gently bring it back. Over time, that skill shows up in your daily life, and you start catching the little ego traps in the moment instead of 3 days later when you're in a spiral. Point 2, shift from chasing to inviting. Think about it. Chasing is active pursuit. Inviting is active allowing. When you're chasing, your energy says, I have to get it before it gets away. And when you're inviting, your energy says, I'm here, I'm ready, and I trust it's coming. Here's a way to feel the difference. Chasing feels like sprinting after a bus. Inviting feels like waiting in a sunny park while your ride pulls up right on time. Point 3, the daily alignment practice. To align with receiving, here's your 3-part daily practice. Start with stillness, 5 to 10 minutes of silent meditation. No music, no mantras, just you, your breath, and your awareness. Tip 2. Ask better questions. Assumptive questions are the magic seasoning, so ask things like, why is my business so successful? Or why do wonderful things always happen to me? Or why does my spouse love me so much? These types of questions are much stronger. They bypass the ego. They leave your mind and subconscious looking for the answers. Tip 3. Act from alignment. This means taking inspired action, not panic action. You don't do something because you're scared of missing out. You do it because it feels like the next obvious step from the version of you who already has what you want. I used to be the biggest overthinker on the planet. I would spin out on a regular basis, replaying past conversations and even having conversations in my head that hadn't happened yet. And honestly, most of them never would. But I was constantly stuck in these negative mental debates. And I convinced myself it was to empower me, but really it was insecurity. I have never done well in an argument and typically retreat because I don't like the negative aspect of an argument. It always feels like everyone loses. I, in particular, would get defensive almost immediately. I know mostly that was because I simply don't understand people who won't listen to another point of view. And I don't like people who assume they know something about you, like what you're thinking, and then make judgments about it. I also hate being misunderstood. Whatever it was, though, it was impacting my life in a really harsh way. A friend, who's also a light worker, suggested I start sitting in silence for 10 to 20 minutes a day. No thinking about anything, just bringing my mind back to the present whenever it started to wander. So I would notice the thoughts were there and then start counting backwards from 300. That was the only way I could control it at first. I began each session by asking my highest self a question, something like, why do I always get the most creative ideas? And if something creative popped into my mind, I called it a download, wrote a quick note, and then went right back into the silence. When I finished, I would journal the experience, and often end by writing down 3 things I was grateful for. The best part? After a few weeks, I was no longer stuck in constant overthinking mode, and if my ego mind tried to take over, I noticed it immediately because the practice makes you so aware of what the ego is doing. So if you're overthinking, procrastinating, stuck in negative self talk, or distracting yourself from what really matters, try it for 30 days. I'm not saying it's magic, but I will say this: it changed everything for me. Okay, before I give you point 4, let's do your cosmic wink. Check the timestamp on the video right now. That number, that's your personal message from your higher self. Just type angel number plus the time, no colon, into Google and see what guidance pops up for you today. Point 4, the frequency check. Here's where awareness comes back in. Before you take any action, pause and ask yourself, am I doing this from trust or from fear? That one question can stop you from sending out mixed signals that delay what you want. When you align with receiving, life starts to feel lighter. You're no longer in that anxious push-pull with the universe. You're present, you're clear, and ironically, the things you used to chase often start showing up without the emotional burnout. Remember, you can't receive with closed fists. Open your energy, open your awareness, and let what's meant for you land. Keep going. Dig deeper on how to clear the blocks and lock in receiving mode. Like, share, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments.